Have you ever seen someone and thought, wow, that person looks exactly like a Navy SEAL? Well, what if that person was a woman, and not just any woman, but someone who actually earned that title? Today, we're diving into the incredible story of a woman who was detained for impersonating a Navy SEAL, only for the truth to come out in the most dramatic way possible. It all started on a seemingly normal day at a military surplus store. A woman, let's call her Jane, was browsing the aisles, looking for some gear. She was fit, confident, and had a very specific tattoo on her arm. The iconic Navy SEAL trident. An overzealous store manager, a former military man himself, spotted her. He saw the tattoo, her confident demeanor, and immediately jumped to a conclusion. In his mind, there was no way a woman could be a Navy SEAL. The program was notoriously difficult and historically, exclusively male. Convinced he had caught a stolen valor case, someone pretending to be military for attention or benefits, he decided to take matters into his own hands. He confronted Jane, his voice loud and accusatory, demanding to know where she got the tattoo. He questioned her service record, her unit, everything. Jane remained calm, but firm. She told him she was who she said she was, but the manager wasn't having it. He called the local police in the nearest naval base, reporting a case of military impersonation. Soon, military police arrived. They escorted Jane to a small room for questioning. The situation was escalating quickly. Imagine the scene. You're just trying to buy some camping gear, and suddenly you're being interrogated, accused of being a fraud, all because of a tattoo that represents years of your own blood, sweat, and tears. The officers were skeptical. They had seen plenty of impersonators before, people who bought replica uniforms and made up heroic stories. They asked her a series of technical questions, trying to trip her up. Questions about BUDS training, specific terminology, and operational procedures. To their surprise, Jane answered every single question flawlessly. She didn't hesitate. She knew the acronyms. The lingo, the mindset. She described the grueling ordeal of Hell Week with a chilling accuracy that only someone who had lived it could possess. Yet, their skepticism remained. The idea of a female SEAL was just too foreign, too unprecedented for them to accept at face value. They were trained to spot liars, and while she seemed genuine, the core of her claim felt impossible. The interrogation dragged on, with the officers growing more and more frustrated. They were about to charge her when a high-ranking officer, a basic commander, was notified of the situation. Intrigued and a bit annoyed by the commotion, he decided to see what was going on for himself. He walked into the interrogation room, a man with decades of service and a known-and-sense attitude. He looked at the paperwork, then at Jane, and then he saw the tattoo. He froze. He walked closer, examining the ink on her arm. His expression changed from one of authority to one of shock, and then respect. He turned to the stunned officers and the store manager who had been brought in. His voice was quiet but carried immense weight. "That tattoo's real," he said. He didn't just recognize the design. He recognized the artist. It was a specific, unofficial tattoo artist, known only within the tight-knit SEAL community. A person whose work was a badge of honor, a silent confirmation of belonging to the elite brotherhood. There was no faking it. The commander then explained something the others didn't know. While it was not widely publicized, a few highly classified programs had recently and quietly begun integrating women into special operations roles, including pathways to the SEALs. Jane was one of the very first. She was a pioneer, a trailblazer who had gone through the same hell as her male counterparts and emerged victorious. Her identity was classified, which is why her records weren't easily accessible. She couldn't just flash an ID card to prove it. The atmosphere in the room shifted instantly. The accusatory glares turned into looks of awe and embarrassment. The military police apologized profusely. The store manager was mortified, stammering his apologies, realizing the massive mistake he had made based on his own outdated biases. He had tried to publicly shame a hero. The commander dismissed the officers and turned to Jane. He didn't just apologize on behalf of the base. He thanked her for her service and her incredible perseverance, not just in the field, but in facing down prejudice at home. Jane, ever the professional, accepted the apology with grace. She understood the confusion, even if it was frustrating. Her very existence challenged a century of military tradition. This story isn't just about a mistaken identity. It's a powerful reminder not to judge a book by its cover. Orin Discase, a warrior by their gender. It highlights the quiet, uncelebrated sacrifices of pioneers who break down barriers. These women aren't just fighting enemies abroad. They're fighting prejudice and skepticism at home. They have to prove themselves twice over. Once in training and again to those who can't believe they belong. Jane's story is a testament to the fact that courage, strength, and dedication have no gender. The next time you see someone who doesn't fit your preconceived notion of a role, whether it's a soldier, a scientist, or a CEO, remember this story. The most extraordinary people are often the ones you least expect. Thank you so much for watching. What do you think about this incredible story? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more amazing true stories. We'll see you in the next one.